Good morning. Hi, everyone. It's Veronica Stout here from Vintage Meet Modern, and I am putting together a special style chat this morning on what kind of jewelry to wear with green. So, if it is your first time joining us, I'm Veronica Stout. I am the founder of Vintage Meet Modern Jewelry and Styling. I have been a personal stylist and personal shopper for over 20 years, and my passion is helping women look and feel their best by dressing in details. And my secret sauce is our coveted collection of a one of a kind vintage jewelry that is out of production, that has been hand curated for you. And if you joined us yesterday, I was over in my private styling group and I was unboxing my thread up finds. And a lot of you were commenting on what your favorite pieces were the bright green blouse that I had and then the mint green blouse that I had. And I wanted to let you all know that I wear a lot of those blouses because they're great backdrops for my jewelry collection. And so today I'm sharing with you some of my favorite pieces to wear with green. And as you can see, I have on a green ultra suede jacket that's actually from Lauren Conrad from Kohl's. And it's just another really great way to be able to incorporate green into your look. So I wanted to also though share some tips with you about wearing green before we talk about what kind of jewelry that you can put with it. So my first tip is to wear green with complementary colors. So that means that when you're looking across the color wheel and you're trying to figure out what to wear green with, try to pick pieces that are complementary. The second, which is to wear green with florals. So one of the things is that, green is a color that we often see in nature. It is a natural color, so it makes it very natural to pair greens with prints and motifs that we see in nature. So things like flowers and birds. The other next tip that I have is to wear green with adjacent colors on the color wheel. So for example, both blue and yellow are both adjacent colors on the color wheel. So these are always great ways to be able to mix different colors if you're wearing green as your statement color or the focal point. And then, of course, another tip that I have for you is to wear green with black and gold. Black and gold are very elegant colors to wear with green. It makes it very flattering and very eye-catching. And then the last of which is it's always easy to tone down your greens by mixing and putting them actually with pastels. So if you are looking to take the bolder color and going ahead and make it a little bit more casual, remember you can always soften the brighter color by adding pastel colors and lighter hues to it. And then very last thing that I wanted to remind all of you is that there are many, many different shades of green. So it's important for you to keep in mind that there is a shade of green pretty much for everybody. So if you like cool tones, like a lot of you commented yesterday that you liked the mint blouse that I picked up, you can wear that. For those of you who like maybe warmer, more earthy colors, it's easy to pick shades of green that fall into the olive and the moss tones. And for those of you who like those really bright, vibrant greens like I do, there are shades, of course, of emerald and Kelly green that will work with your skin tone as well. So now let's get to the good part. I see that we have Amy here. We have a couple other friends here. Let's talk about some of the jewelry that you can wear that will go with green really nicely. And for those of you who are tuning in and joining us live, remember today is the last day of our Afterpay sale and everything on the site is 25% off and there's no code needed. So all you have to do is just add it to cart and then the discount is applied. So let's talk about the jewelry that you can very easily wear with green to really complete your look. So I'm going to start off right away by talking about some rings. So the very first piece that I'm going to show you is we've got this really pretty Art Deco styling green ring, which is with the green and the black. And this one's fun because it's got the little discs that are on it, and then it's got some little classic crystals. And of course, that goes with everything. So this is a really great piece. Hi, how are you? Don't forget to grant StreamYard permission so that I can see who's saying hello. I see Amy saying hello. Don't forget to click the button above because that way I can see who's commenting. So the first of which is we have got a classic black and diamante with gold. And remember, one of my tips was to wear green with gold and black. So this fits both of it. As you can see, I have on a classic green. This has got a real true green to it, a little bit of a cooler blue undertone with it, and it's an ultra suede. This is a great piece to be able to wear with your classic green too. Next up, I'm going to kind of go through the rings first, is we have got a very pretty diamante, and this is a very, very deep olive. It is almost like a black olive, if you will. And when I mean black olive, I don't mean black olive, the food. I mean, this is a very deep green. It has a mossy color to it. And as I'm flashing it around, you can kind of see that it flashes shades of green. This is a great one to wear with your deeper green colors like I have on today, but you can also really be able to make this pop with green by putting it with different shades of green too. There you go. You see that pop of green that you have. And then this will, even though it's set in a silver tone, this will take on more of the olivey or earth tones if you put it with that color green. And then of course you can also be able to make this look even more green by actually pairing it with those pastels like I was saying. So you're taking this color green as the focal point and then you're toning it down with the softer pastel shades. So this is a great ring too. I'm not trying to flash you and give you the finger in that one. This is a nice larger ring, and as you can see, it's a great piece to be wearing with green because it falls into the green family. Next up, for those of you who like those earthy tones, we do have a green ring that is a heart that has both of that olive and mossy tone. This one actually can even flash a little bit of that olive quartz or peridot color. And again, this is another one of those examples of how that there is a shade of green for everybody. So for those of you who like warmer toned greens, this is a really pretty green. And then of course, it's got this fun, funky style of being a heart. And as you can see, again, you can change the shade of the green by pairing it with more pastel tone greens, or you can make it look more earthy and more golden by pairing it with greens that are of the same shade and the same color. So that is another really great piece to wear with green. Next up, let's talk about ways to be able to wear green. This one is also a lovely piece. So this is a beautiful little bird brooch that we have. This one is great because this one picks up on those combinations of being able to wear both the blue and the green. Remember, I talked about wearing adjacent colors on the color wheel. So this one has got this deep navy color. It has got the green enamel. It's got the gold, and then it has the accent of the diamantes. And again, the diamante or the clear crystals, they go with everything. And then of course, gold is a fantastic way to be able to bring out the colors with green as well too. So I love being able to incorporate brooches into my look. They are what I refer to as the one size fits all of jewelry, which is really fantastic because you don't really need to mess around with even worrying about the size like of a ring or how a bracelet fits you or how a necklace fits you. Brooches are always great because they do a lot of double duty and you can use them both practically, like being able to close your favorite pashmina or decorate your favorite handbag. Some people even tuck them into their hair, or you can just wear them very classically, like on the side of your dress or on the side of your favorite jacket, like I have on today. It's a really, really easy way to be able to change the look of whatever you're wearing over and over again. But this is one of my favorite pieces to put with green. Next up, remember we were talking about another way to be able to tone down greens is actually to be able to wear pastels and complementary colors that are adjacent to green on the color wheel. So that would fall into the category of yellow. So for those of you who don't think that yellow is kind of a color that you would naturally put with green, remember, this is one that not only falls into my tip of being adjacent on the color wheel, but it's also a pastel, so it tones it down. So for those of you, again, who yesterday, many people were commenting that they liked the mint blouse, look at how pretty that soft yellow looks with the mint color. And then of course, the white is a neutral, so it goes with everything. This is a 1950s crown trifari brooch. And the same sort of detailing that you see on the flowers is fun because you can see the way that it sort of brings out that flocked texture that you see in the blouse here itself. It's a nice way to be able to mimic the round style that you're seeing with that very soft circular circular pattern with the same sort of soft circular pattern that you're seeing in those white little blossoms. So this is another really fun one. And for those of you who don't think that you can mix yellow with green, this is one of the ones that I'm challenging you on. You absolutely can wear yellow with green, especially since it's an adjacent color on the color wheel to green. All right, next up, another great piece to be able to wear as long as we're talking about pastels is remember picking up on those softer pastel colors that you're actually seeing in green. So these are those little satin glass flowers. Yes, yellow and mint look surprisingly nice together. I couldn't agree with you more. This is a soft pastel satin glass 1950s earring, and this does that double duty of being able to pair a pastel with a pastel. This is a very, very light yellow green with it, and also has the complementary colors of both blue and pink with it. So this is a great one to be able to pair with pastels. But remember, I was telling you also that it's really easy to be able to put this sort of shade with your warmer toned greens too. So like your olive and your moss colors. Remember, if the bolder color is your focal point, you can always dress it down and make it a little more casual and playful by actually adding a pastel color to it. So for example, if you like wearing cardigans, then maybe a pair of capri jeans, you can totally tone down the look and make it a little bit more casual than by being able to put on a pair of sneakers or flats. It's just a nice way to soften the color by actually adding those pastel shades to it. So this is another one of my picks. These are those little satin glass earrings that you have with it. Before we move on and we start talking about some of the other colors, always another really nice way to be able to soften the look is, as you can see, this is actually got a green in it with the same sort of pastel and rosy colors with the pearls in it. This is a great piece to be able to wear with both your classic greens, because you see it does even have the accent of the green flowers in it. And one of the reasons why I like this bracelet, besides being from the 1940s and having this really nice detailing on it, is this one is a memory wire bracelet. So this one is a coil style, so it will fit both a small, medium, and large wrist size very, very comfortably. And as you can see, I have on this green jacket. And I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to open it up, and you can see how easy this looks and how pretty this looks with wearing the green with even this green ultra suede. Now, just a little side note about the jacket that I have on. I don't normally pin brooches to suede, but since this is an ultra suede, this is actually a great fabric for both brooches, bracelets, those types of pieces, because it's very, very durable and very easy to take care of as well. So that's just kind of a side note with a style tip on what kind of fabrics you can look for to really enjoy being able to wear different kinds of green pieces. So this is another one of those pastel pieces that I just wanted to talk to you about how easy it is to tone down your looks as well as embracing that floral. Remember, we were talking about how one of my tips was actually wearing greens with floral prints, because you're taking a color that you naturally see in nature and then pairing it with what it naturally goes with, which is sort of floral prints, bird type prints, those types of pieces. This fits two of those tips that I was giving you, to wear green with florals and to wear green with pastels. And then of course, picking up on the complementary color of the pink with the coral too. All right, next up, we're going to talk about a brooch that is another one of those double duty pieces. Remember how I talked to you about how that green is really fantastic to wear with the adjacent color on the color wheel? This is both a green and blue brooch. And so this kind of fits those bills of being able to both be worn as an adjacent color as well as a pop of color to really be able to make the green stand out. So I was saying one of my favorite ways to being able to wear green is with blue, and this is an example of how you can do that. So you can go ahead, and again, if you've got a blazer, you can go ahead and you can pin the blue on it, but you can see how awesome this is with a classic bright green too. Then you see more of that royal blue color. And then of course you can see how you can even wear the blue with the hint of green that really pops against a pastel shade of green too. which is super, super fun and really, really easy to create a fun look. And remember this blouse that I was talking about yesterday, this is also one of those pieces that fits my bill of being able to wear the brooch in the center. And you can really make this a nice centerpiece by wearing this sort of medallion style. And if you don't like pinning it, we also sell some brooch converters at Vintage Meet Modern where you slip it on the back of it and then you can turn this into a pendant. So that's a really great way to be able to do it also. Okay, I've talked a lot about brooches. I'm going to finish talking about the brooches and then I'm going to show you some fantastic necklaces that you can wear and some great earrings too. So another combination that I was talking about, which is always so elegant, is green and black. So one of my style tips was being able to accessorize your green by wearing either classic gold or black. And this brooch definitely fits the bill of that too. This is a 1950s era vintage Juliana brooch. It is in a very dark gunmetal finish, and it has a nice large size and scale. And as you can see, I've got on the green blazer, but I'm wearing it with a black V-neck underneath. And you can see how easy it is to create a very elegant look by adding the black jet pieces to it. A lot of people gravitate towards the jet pieces and they're not 100% sure what to wear with it. And of course, this is an example of how easy it is to wear the jet pieces with shades of green. It is a very elegant, very polished look, but very natural. The same way that green and gold go together, black and green go together nicely too. And it's not just that shade, it's easy to even be able to wear it with pastels. And it's even very easy to wear it with your classic bright greens too. So lots and lots of fun ways to be able to incorporate black. Next up, remember, there's also an opportunity to be able to mix your classic greens with your royal colors too. So this is a vintage Swarovski brooch that is sort of a knot style. It, of course, has those classic crystals, which the clear goes with everything. It's like a neutral. But this also has those hints of those royal mogul colors. So it features the complementary colors that go with green: red, purple, blue. It has a combination of both the complementary and the adjacent colors. This is always a very elegant style to wear with all different shades of green, especially the classic ones when you can pull out that emerald green or that Kelly green that you're actually seeing that's in the brooch. So this is a fun one. This is another one of my favorite tips, is being able to go ahead and pick the pieces that have the same royal bejeweled colors that you see. We're pulling out and we're making the green actually pop with the adjacent colors. And then of course there's the classic gold too. And you can see how pretty that looks against that classic green here as well. And then don't forget, of course, that green goes with green. So we also have a really fun vintage cha-cha brooch that features a different shades of green. So this was kind of a fun one because this one has got both the earth tone shades of green, and then it both has the classic true green shades with it as well. And then, of course, it has the addition of the pearls. I could write at the end of every blog post, and I could say at the end of every Facebook Live that I do, that one thing that goes with everything is pearls are always appropriate. So pearls are super fun to be able to wear with just about anything. So this brooch is really kind of hitting it out of the park with all kinds of ways to be able to wear it with green. It goes with the classic. It has the warm undertones to it, and then it has the classic green undertones to it as well. So this is another fun one that you can see that it's really easy to be able to pull off that monochromatic look. But then don't forget, this one hits a home run in the sense that it already has all the different shades of green with it. So you can put this against a real true green. You can put this one against one of those olivey greens, and you can pull out more of those olive and earth tones. And because this one has the addition of those green and undercast pearls, you can see this even looks really spectacular with that pastel or that light mint green too. So this one is a home run in my personal opinion. This one I think is one that if you are a green lover, or if you wear a lot of green clothes, or if you're just looking to add a piece of green that will go with all kinds of different colors, this would be a fantastic choice to add to your jewelry box. All right, we're kind of winding down here. We've got a couple of necklaces to talk about, and then I'll let you head over to VMM and take a look at the pieces that we're talking about a little bit more closely. And then, of course, if you have any questions, this would be a great time for you to be able to go and ask them too. So I just talked about how the pearls go with everything. This is a great piece too. So for those of you who are looking for something that fits the bill of having pearls, because pearls go with everything. And then, of course, if you listen to my style tips earlier, I was talking about how gold is a really great piece or a really great way to be able to accessorize your green. This does both. So this is a vintage Givenchy Couture necklace that features a bar in the center with the very small, for those of you who, some people really like being able to wear logos, other people don't like wearing logos. This has a very small Givenchy Couture logo right there on that side. This one is a fun one. I always have the reverse of the camera here, so I have to make sure that my necklace is straight. So this one is nice because it has an adjustable chain. As you can see, this has got the both pearls and the gold. And remember, pearls and gold go with all different shades of green. So whether you're putting it with the mint coloring, as you can see here, wearing it with the classic green, a really, really true bright green, or if you're going to wear it with the green that has both a mossy or an olive undertone, this one will go with everything. So this one, the Givenchy long necklace with some glass beads. Yes. I have a question about this necklace not in this collection. You can ask me any, oh yes, that one is a great one. I think you're talking about this one as I go over here and I spin myself around in the drawer. This is the Givenchy long necklace that features the different stations in it. This one is a great one to be able to wear because you can be able to double this one up long, or you can wear this tunic style too. And this one fits all of the bills. Remember how I talked about earlier about how this particular piece, the one for the Swarovski, this one features the same jewel tones that you see in the Swarovski brooch. So if you're looking for something that's a necklace, this is another one that kind of goes with everything. So if we're putting this against the olive, you can see this one goes very nicely with the olive. Doubled, how long does it look? Well, let's try and find out. I'm about 5'4", and I am a little chustier. And so I do carry a majority of my weight from the top up, for lack of a better way of putting it. And this one features a clasp that has got a fold over, and it's hallmarked, and then it has the GG logo here in the back. And I think that this one actually could even be worn tripled, depending on how long you like it. But as a doubled necklace, this one has the same sort of styling as well as that kind of Chanel piece that I show over and over again, in that depending on how you like wearing your doubled necklaces, you can wear this, pulled all the way up. You can wear this one pulled all the way down. You can do this kind of like with a choker style. That's always kind of a good bet, is that if you can even wrap it around that much and have that long, you could do this also torsade style and make this even with you can even do this torsade style, and you could even wear this even tripled. So if you want to see how this looks specifically against green, we can pull it out and we can show you how nice the classic gold looks. So yeah, lots of flexibility, lots of being able to wear this different ways. And I'm going to try it now. I'm going to risk it. One of my nightmares is always the ability to get the necklace stuck on myself on camera. I'm going to risk it, and I'm going to try to show you, yes, you could even wear this tripled. So for those of you who like wearing scoop necks or V-necks, this is a great piece to be able to invest in because you can do it a lot of different ways. So there it is up top with the green as well too. So lots of different pieces to be able to wear. One of the earrings that I was going to show you is this great pair that we have here. This actually plays up on the classic Diamante shades, and then it's got that gold ribbed the gold rib detailing on it. And this one, I am trying to think, I'm looking down here. This is the vintage Joan Rivers earring. And remember, don't give Joan Rivers a hard time. She was a very, very serious jewelry collector, and she had all of her pieces modeled to look like fine jewelry that she had. But I like this one because it has the same elongated shape, and it picks up actually on the little diamante crystals that you see on both sides of the barrels.
So now let me see if I can find the clasp here, which I can. This one can actually be worn really easily doubled, and this one can easily be worn even tripled too. So lots of different ways to be able to wear this gorgeous piece. And it's a designer piece too. So all of those designer pieces really hold their value. So I'm talking to you about what to wear with green, and we've been talking a lot about now highlighting the pieces that you can wear with green that also go. And of course, one of my tips is always being able to put gold or black. So for those of you who have been thinking, well, I really love all the pieces that you're showing and you've been really focused on the brooches, there's lots of classic gold earrings that we have at Vintage Meet Modern. This is just one example, and this pair of earrings really goes with almost everything I'm showing you here. That is the reason why I put it on at the very beginning before I even sat down. You can wear it with the gold and the black ring. You can wear it with the gold and the black brooch. Well, this is actually a very deep navy, but this one goes really nice with the bird brooch that I was talking about. I showed you just now. This one goes very nice with the Givenchy Couture with the Sautier style necklace. This one goes very nice with the pearl and gold bar logo necklace. This one goes very nicely. I'm going to talk about next. This one, for those of you who really like something that's classic and very bold, that 1980s style. This is a great classic Napier piece. And this is an older Napier piece too. I know a lot of us talk about Napier jewelry, but remember, it's very, very well made. So this one is the one with the headlight rhinestones and the classic flat link chain. And this is another one that's really great to wear with all different shades of green. You can easily be able to put this with the olive tones. You can even put this with the mint tones as well. And then of course you can wear it with the classic black and gold and green combination too. Really hits all of those different bells and whistles of being able to wear with green. And then it's also really super fun to be able to just wear classic gold pieces too. So let's highlight a few of those fun classic gold pieces. All right, I would love for someone to be able to add this sweet little iconic Coco Chanel brooch to their collection, because it is one of those home run pieces that goes with everything. And so this is an authentic vintage Chanel piece. This is a Mademoiselle Coco herself, and she is carrying one of her famous little flat bags. She has her little boucle jacket on, and then of course she has got her hat. This one is another one that if you're looking for something to add to go with green, this one goes with everything and goes very nicely with both fine jewelry and other gold pieces. So this one's also a nice petite size. So it's a really, really easy one to layer up with other pieces. You don't have to feel weird if you're putting this with both a necklace, a bracelet, and earrings. It's small enough to be a complementary piece to other pieces that you want to wear with gold and green. It's large enough to be your statement piece as well. Great investment piece too, because it's going to hold its value. And we're going to finish up by talking about when we were talking about my combination of being able to really wear a classic gold and green and black together. And so it's really fun to be able to add some of these 1980s modernist style pieces to your look too. So this is the modernist collar from Monet, and we do have matching earrings that goes with this as well too. And you can see how easy it is to really complete your look by wearing something like this as well. A lot of people see these pieces and they think, oh my gosh, it looks so 80s. They're really, really well made, and they're super comfortable. And the fact that the plating, I was having this discussion with somebody else yesterday, and we were talking about how well made vintage jewelry is. I mean, this piece is 40 years old and it looks absolutely fantastic. It's not like the pieces that you pick up in the jewelry stores now. And that's not to say that there aren't great designer and very nice pieces that you can pick up at places that you do shop, like Ann Taylor or J. Crew or Neiman Marcus or something. But if you are looking to invest in some pieces that are, you should also be looking for things that have really good quality, which means the plating being really high and the earrings on the back. You know, Monet patented the fact that they did the friction clip. So unlike the other clip earrings that we sell, and we do sell other ones, and we also sell like these little memory foam pads that will make your earrings more comfortable. What is great about being able to add these to your collection is the friction clips. You can adjust the tension to your own ears. So you can see how nice they go by putting both pieces together with the set, but you can always wear them separately as well too. So I do love the combination. And remember, you can always put black and gold and green together for a really, truly standout look. Just a really, really fun one. And so I've talked a lot about jewelry and all the different pieces that you can wear. We do have a really awesome scarf that kind of hits the mark in terms of that tip that I gave you, where you can wear green with floral prints and then complementary colors. And so there's a really fun floral scarf that we have right now that features a bird print with green with it. And for those of you who like being able to wear scarves like French twill style, there are so many different ways that you can be able to wear this one. You can wear this up. I know Claudia shows it online, up tied around her head like a headband. This is a great one to be able to tuck under the lapels of your jacket. It's totally awesome to be able to wear this knot style on the side. You can go ahead and you can put this on your favorite handbag. Just a lot of different things that you can do with it. And this is also a new old stock piece. It's a little wrinkled up because I had it tied up in a knot, but this is a new old stock piece that has never been worn. And it does have this beautiful spring color to it. And it also has got that beautiful motif with the gorgeous little butterflies and then the classic green shade to it. And then this is another one of those kind of magical pieces because you can easily be able to wear it with the classic green. You can easily be able to pick it up with the mint green. And because it's got the orange in it, you can even wear it with those olive and mossy tones too. So lots of fun ways to be able to wear green. There are really no rules. There are tips as to what you can wear with it. And so these are some of my favorite pieces to wear with green. We do get a lot of questions. And then of course, if you're in my private styling group, that's what it's all about. It's about answering your questions about what kind of jewelry you can really wear that's vintage and it's out of production. So it's going to be completely unique to you. So whether you have 10 t-shirts of the same color because they fit you best, or maybe there's a certain sort of style of clothing that you know is most flattering on you and is really easy to wear. Those are my style tips for how to be chic, sustainable, always feel fun and look and feel your best. It's by adding some really awesome accessories and jewelry to your look because it really will set you apart from the rest. And now, especially with everything that's going on in the world, now is no better time than to either head to your jewelry box or to head to your closet and get dressed and celebrate your personal style. So that's my tips for you. Those are my sort of little Sunday style segment. I want to thank all of you who are here live, who joined me. Remember, this is always also a great opportunity that if you do click that link above and you go over to Vintage Meet Modern, if there's a piece that you have your eye on, like Jennifer mentioned earlier, you show it to me, see how it's modeled, how easy it is to wear. I mean, I'm a very no nonsense girl, so I'm always going to be telling you the honest and the best way to wear it. I would never put you in something that wouldn't make you look and feel your best. And I'm always here also to try to tell you why these pieces are special along the way. That is one of the funnest parts of getting to be able to chat with all of you and get to show you all of these pieces, because everything is unique and it is out of production. And I don't know if I'll be able to get it again. But I do want you to have pieces that are really special and individual to you. So thank you. Thank you, Jennifer, for tuning in. Thank you for everybody else who's been here. We've got a lot of other fun things that are going on. Today is the last day of the 25% off sale on the website. Tonight between 7 and 7:30, I'll be getting ready to do a jewelry power hour where I'll be going through a bunch of trays, just showing you what we have. So thank you so much for tuning in. As always, take time to celebrate your personal style so you can let your sparkles shine wherever you go. That is a no nonsense answer, whether you're home or you're on the go or wherever you are. It's always about helping you look and feel your best. Okay, I will see you all again real soon. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to let us know. And I can't wait to see what you all pick. Bye.